Okay guys, in this video I want to do a spotlight video on Incredible Hulk. Now I grew up watching this show on TV as a kid in the 80s, and it's the same way I feel with the classic Chris Reeves movies with Superman, is that they take essentially what kids were watching and yet they make it as realistic as possible to a certain degree. You got actors who are trying to figure out how to say it. They didn't come into the project thinking, okay, this is a kids movie, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to ham it up in front of the camera. I'm going to make it as childish as possible. It's not going to be serious. It's not going to deal with adult themes. I'm glad they didn't do this and Superman the way the Adam West versions of Batman. Now, I don't need them to be super duper realistic when I watch a comic book movie, because to me, the only character that can be realistic in the comic book world is the Punisher. He has no powers, just guns. He's the only character where you can be in a real world setting. To me, it doesn't work in the Batman universe or the Superman universe, which is why I don't like the Chris Nolan movies. They're just too realistic for me to believe that, this guy can build all this stuff or use gadgets and equipment that were mothballed from his own company and nobody putting two and two together. Whatever. Not going to waste time commenting on those movies, but I just like the way that the actors and the directors and the cast, they all treated this stuff. They didn't try to talk down to the audience. I don't know who the main audience was who were watching these, but I was a kid watching them at 7, 8 years old, and I loved it even then. Even though they weren't childish, they still didn't bore me or anything like that. Granted, I'm sure parts of the storyline I didn't get as a kid that I get now, but just really good acting. Bill Bixby was just phenomenal as an actor, and he's just sadly missed. And it's just, I only had the first 2 seasons here. I think there was a total of 4 seasons that I want to, that's total. But really good movies. Then here's I think 2012 version with Ed Norton, and I really like this one a lot because it pays homage to the classic Bill Bixby shows, and I like Ed Norton better than the new guy they have now, whatever his name is, I forget. But this one is a solid movie, very solid. And here are the 2 movies, well, 4, sorry. No, 3. 3 TV movies they did. The Incredible Hulk Returns and The Trial of Incredible Hulk. And they both have Daredevil and Thor in them, which I know people will criticize, but they're still really good movies. And I can watch them without comparing them to the newer Marvel characters. I think a lot of people can't do that, and that's why they don't like the movies now. And I don't know why you can't watch something without comparing it. Sometimes I understand, but I can watch these movies without comparing, the 80s Thor to the Thor they have now, or the Daredevil from back then to the one now on Netflix or Hulu or whatever it's on. I've never seen those movies, those TV shows. And the death of Incredible Hulk, which I had to import this one right here. But as a whole, this is just me talking about the character. I've always liked the Hulk, and if you haven't seen it, check out Thor Ragnarok. It's kind of their version of World War Hulk / Planet Hulk storyline from the comics. But I've always loved the Hulk, dating back to the classic TV shows. And I try to catch every Hulk movie that comes out, even the Ang Lee version, which I didn't really care for. But the Hulk is a really good character, done really well by Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, and worth a watch if you can find the TV movies, and as well as the classic Hulk TV show. Really good storylines, especially the 2-hour pilot, which is really, really good. And then there's a 2-hour Homecoming episode from season 2 that's really, really well done. And I believe either Lou Ferrigno said it at some convention or Nicholas Hammond said it, and he played Spider-Man from the old classic Spider-Man. He said that one of them said that there was talk of them doing a Spider-Man and Hulk team-up TV movie, which I wish that would have come to fruition, because that would have been really, really good. I mean, imagine having all 4 seasons of this, then an Incredible Hulk Spider-Man team-up, as well as Spider-Man and Thor team-up, Spider-Man and Daredevil team-up, and then this to end the show. That would have been awesome, man. And there was some talk of them doing Incredible Hulk. I think the title was The Resurrection of the Incredible Hulk. But sadly, Bill Bixby, he started to get sick from cancer, and that was it. But I really wish they could have done that, But at the same time, I'm glad that he got to finish up the series that he's probably most well known for. And it's sad that nobody talks about him anymore, So, rest in peace, Bill Bixby. And that's my thoughts on the Hulk.